All right, it's day 2 of my favorites of 2025, and today we are doing everything cheeks from bronzer to blush. Let's just jump in. There were so many fun new releases this year. Some of them I jumped on board and loved, but I also have some tried and trues I'm going to show you that I just couldn't put down this year. Let's start with cheeks for some of my favorite cheek products. These were released this year. These are the new color shades of the House Labs. This is her Glossy Balm. And I just loved these two shades. I got them as soon as they released. This is Glassy Ginger and Glassy Cayenne. Both very different, but beautiful in their own way. So the pink shade you see there is Glassy Ginger, then Glassy Cayenne. I love how beautiful and glossy and healthy these make your cheeks look. I love how easily they blend into the skin, whether it's with your finger or a brush. I love that one gives you like a sunburned toasty look. One gives you just a nice kind of nude pinky flush that's very undetectable, but just enough to make you look a little more put together. I use these a lot in the summer. I kind of haven't used them a lot lately, but every time I rediscover them and put them on my cheeks, I love the tones. I love the flush it gives. They are decently long wearing. I would say they're a lot more long wearing than the Merit, and give the same kind of glossy glow, but stay on a little bit longer. I just really can't talk enough about how great these were. Great shade extension. Love these. Would be excited to see even more come out. But what else could she do? I don't know. Her shade range is amazing in these. Kind of on the same wavelength with like that kind of really glossy, dewy cheek. I have to call out a color for the Merit Flush Bombs. I really like these. I know there's more pigmented ones out there, more long wearing ones out there, but the shade Bespoke really just, it kind of took over me this year because it's this really beautiful berry mauve brownie tone. I've been wearing it a lot this winter so far. I featured it in one of my 12 days of favorites recently. I've been wearing it on top of powders. I've been wearing it alone. And although it doesn't stay the longest, I find that when I do set it and I kind of don't touch my cheeks and leave them alone, I still have a decent amount of longevity, but it's the color. This color is stunning. I just really, really like this Bespoke shade. I really want to call out the Say blushes because I discovered Spicy this year. Not a new color, but again, very similar to the Glassy Cayenne I showed you. Just that really kind of terracotta, brown, toasted, kind of sun-kissed look. And I really like how easy it blends out and the dewiness it gives the skin. But Lady really surprised me this year. So this was part of their summer launch. And it's one that I thought I wouldn't love as much as I did because I'm kind of trying to go for more of like the warm toned blushes. But this one really does show up as a beautiful pink shade on my skin. Again, we all know and love the Say blushes. I really do like them. Again, for everyday wear, they're easy to throw on and give a really healthy look to the cheeks. So I really wore Lady quite a bit, and Spicy was right up there too with a blush I grabbed very, very frequently. One more for the cream powder call outs is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Crayons. I was really blown away with these. There's not as much hype on these as I thought there would be, and they're beautiful. They are not as dewy and slippy, I guess, so maybe not as easy to work with, but when I put them on my hand first, okay, so this is, oh, I just look at that, you guys. This is the color, once again, it's called like Glazed Rose. I use this right on my bare cheeks before I put cream products on to give everything a luminous glow. I use this on my eyes, under my brows, on the tip of my nose. I put it over top of all my blushes when they're done. It's a beautiful highlight product. And then these two shades I wore a lot. This one is, again, it's like coral something. What is it called? Peachy Coral? Peachy Coral. Let me just make some room here. Oh! Okay, that's the only thing I will say. This one broke early on. But Peachy Coral was so good on me this summer. With my tan, I rocked this all the time and I looked awesome. I was like, woo! Every time I wore it, I loved the way my cheeks looked. It was stunningly beautiful. And again, if you use them this way, so you put them on your hand like this, you warm them up, and then you take like your Mario F4 and you pat it on. Again, all your cheek products, guys, don't do swipey. You got to pat it on so you don't get a patchy look. You don't get it bringing up the foundation you have underneath. This one, my Probably favorite blush product of 2025. This is Wherever Want It. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today. I just think it's the most magical, perfect everyday color for my skin tone. I love the way it looks. I love how long it stays. I love that it's a blend between like a cream and a powder almost, because it does set down a little bit more than what I've showed you before, which I like. I can put powders on top very easily. I can wear it alone and it stays on really, really well. You can put this on your cheeks too if you want. I really like these. I don't think they're talked enough about. I'm really impressed with them. And then for the two powders I'm going to talk to you about, I tried a lot of powder products, but this one I think is the one that really was like, oh, the most. This is Laura Mercier. It's not new. It is her blush color infusion blushes, and this is in the shade Ginger. It is the most blurring, beautiful. I want to get more colors. I don't know why I didn't this before sale. I kind of hummed and hawed. I don't know if you can really tell on there, but it's a beautiful, not pink, not too orange, like a nice blush. When I don't want something that's super pink, I really do like this. And again, it blurs the cheeks very, very well. No shimmer, no glitter, nothing. Just a satin finish that's blurring. And yeah, just gives a flawless look to the cheeks. It's never patchy. It blends really easily. It's a beautiful neutral color. So if you don't like anything with a lot of pigment, you don't want anything berry or terracotta or pink or red, you just want a neutral, nude color on your cheeks. I really do think that this is a beautiful tone. The only other one I'm going to talk about is so new, but I love it. And it's boring and no one talks about Benefit that much anymore, but this Cheek Score palette and these shades, y'all, are so pretty, especially for winter. Like this, do not be deceived by this purple shade. Dandelion's gorgeous, Will is gorgeous. Every time I put these on, I get excited. You know when you put on your makeup and those days where you look in the mirror and you're like, ah, that is it. I feel that every time I put this on. So, and it's 49 bucks. I was going to buy the Westman Atelier powders. This is half and you get 3 and they're stunningly beautiful. They do have a bit more of like a luminosity to them, which I like on my cheeks. I really do like it. So, big win. Oh, I forgot my other one, you guys. We cannot not talk about the Glow Play blushes from MAC. Specifically, right now I am using Blush Baby. Is that what it's called? Blush Please. Blush Baby. I used Grand and another one that's more corally in the summer. But this Blush Please right now, again, kind of along the same lines of like Glassy Ginger, a little bit of Lady. But this one, again, it's not very luminous at all. So if you don't want a glassy, glossy cheek, you want something a little bit more like that sets down and isn't too dewy like that and has good longevity. This shade is beautiful. It can go over top of powder. It can go on bare skin. You can really, it's very, very versatile. You can layer it over anything or wear it on its own, and it's going to give you a stunning, long wearing, beautiful flush to your cheeks. And it's that perfect in between. It's like a cream to powder formula, I guess. So a good in between, beautiful, just easy to use. This is kind of dummy proof. So if you want something and you're scared of cream products, this one will not steer you wrong. And last is a couple bronzers for you, because that's all in the cheek category, right? I really liked Rare Beauty this year. I think this Rare Beauty, I think it was technically a contour, but I got the shade Solace and I use it kind of as like a bronzer. And the opacity and the pigment this gives is just stunning. This is a very nice nude color, so it doesn't pull too cool or too warm on me. I can use it and it just really chisels out my features really well. I don't feel like I need to warm it up with anything else, and I don't feel like it makes me look too gray either. And when I put this on and blend it out, again, it's got that beautiful opacity and it never looks patchy or yucky on me. And I just think it's, yeah, a really, really good Rare Beauty release. Probably my favorite one of theirs this year. I think that's the only liquid one I'm going to talk about. And the other two are powders. This is not new. I got it at the very end of 2024, actually. But my Giorgio Armani, the Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder in shade 90. Every time I forget about this, because I have been trying a lot of bronzers this year, I pick this back up and it's just that, it's that girl. It's so good. It's not flat. It's not glittery or shiny. It blends like a dream. It's not too orange. you get tons. This is pricey, but you get tons of product. So yeah, just trust me, it's good. And then from the good old drugstore, Physicians Formula. This is scented. It does give a luminous kind of sheen to the skin. So if you want a matte bronzer, this is not it. But this is the shade Deep Bronze. It smells really good. So if you don't like scented, I'm sorry. It smells so good. Dummy proof. I look so healthy and glowy and sun-kissed when I wear this. It's so good. And this is an honorable mention, but not. Like, this is kind of the star of the show, but everyone talks about this year after year, but it is that girl. It is the Soft Scalp Transforming Skin Enhancer by Makeup by Mario. I moved over to medium dark this year, and I'm happy I did because it does give a little bit more depth. So I'm not like using as much product because you do go through this quickly. But it's not like offensively dark. Like, it still blends out really well, like this product tends to do. So it's not gonna make you look super dark. You just use less of it and you blend it out and it looks just fine. And I will always repurchase this color as opposed to the light medium. So don't be afraid of the medium dark. You use less and it gives you the same effect, I would say. And I think that's it for all my cheek products. So those are my highlights from the year. Love them all, would recommend them time and time again. I hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for joining me. Come right back, and I'm going to be doing my day 3 of my favorites of 2025, and we're going to be talking about eyes. See you guys.